adjust this a tiny bit. All right, let's see who's on here. I'm gonna swipe so I can reveal some comments. All right, you guys say hi. Okay, so we'll start with some quick little tips before you guys get on here, and then you can come back and watch the replay on this. But when you start a live video, I want you guys to just get to the point, okay? So like this is a private group, and I really want to make sure you guys are on here, so I kind of want to wait and get started until I know more people are here to see it, because it's kind of like a little community place where we can kind of hang out. If I was doing a live video on my public pages, which is like my fitness page and stuff, I just get right to it. And so I'm going to give you a tip on that. And so when you are starting a live video, you know, and this is fine, you just, because you can see yourself, you see a lot of people like waiting for the thing, and they'll fix their hair and whatever and just kind of wait. And if they hop on right away, they're kind of ready for you to get to the point. So I know I can see right now that there's not very many people on yet, but I know that they can watch the replay. So what I'll always say is, you know, like, hey, welcome. For a private group, you don't have to give a whole lot of information because they already know who you are. But if you're doing something like a boosted post or something like that, we can talk about that another day. But that's something you would want to introduce yourself a little bit, okay? So what you would just kind of do is just kind of say, hey, get to it. If you truly want people to be on live, you know, obviously we want to announce that, because Facebook notifications are still a little bit delayed when you pop up live in their news feed. So you want to kind of get on there before everybody else does. But so in a group setting, like kind of what I'm doing for you guys, I told you guys that I was going to be going on, and normally I would stick to that time schedule, but I had to go help a neighbor with some stuff. So I didn't come on right away, but always announce when you're going to go live if you really want that group participation, if you really want people to be on so they can ask questions. An example of that would be a Facebook party. So a lot of you have asked about Facebook parties. I think I'm going to do a different video on that, and we'll kind of talk about some ideas of what you can do to kind of get started on that and what to say and all of that for live. But when I wanted to give you guys a little practice tip. So live video is hard. Like, it's hard for anybody. I've been doing it for a while, and I will be honest, every single time, like, not to get on here with you guys, but there's always that butterfly in my stomach when I'm going on my bigger pages. And it's just part of it. It doesn't matter how many times you've done it. It's just kind of one of those things where you're just like, ugh. Like you just kind of have that little bit of a panic, and that's normal. Everybody's going to feel nervous about it because it's live. Like, you can delete it if you mess up or if you something, but the people that are on live will see it, okay? So everybody is, you know, wanting to get more comfortable live video. And so I'm going to tell you a secret that I do. I just kind of accidentally stumbled across because I have a bunch of old groups that I keep for content reasons, for like training groups and stuff. So I just keep them so I can go back and like read comments that we did a long time ago. So I have a like kind of a fake Facebook pet group, and I want all of you, if you want practice on Facebook Live, is to create one. And I literally changed the name of it to Facebook Test. So whatever you want to name it so that you don't accidentally go live in something that's important, just name it that. So I have mine called Facebook Test, and let me tell you what I do with this. So I will go into that group and I will test out lighting. I will test out like position of the camera, like all that stuff before I go for real live on my group or my page or whatever. So it gives you time to practice what all the settings do. So Facebook Live is scary anyway, but then you're wanting to make sure you're not fiddling with how to turn it off and how to start it, and how, if you don't want to be just sitting there like a deer in headlights going, oh, is it on? Like, is this? And I just flipped it. See, you don't want to do that. So you can see my lighting in a second, how I have mine set up. But so you want to have all of that in place. And so if you want to see what you look like on live video, and you want to see what your background looks like, and you don't have to have fancy stuff, but you do need to have good lighting. So if you buy, I'm going to show you this. I did buy this on Amazon the other day, and this works pretty good. It's just a little clip-on ring light, and so it's pretty bright. But if you put this, you can actually clip it to the top of your phone, and it has different settings. It was super cheap, like $10, I think. And you can just clip it and put the camera, I'm getting these fixed tomorrow, sorry. Been painting. So you put that camera right in the middle of that circle light, and it just kind of casts a light on you that's much better. So you need to have good lighting. If you have a good window that cast a good natural lighting, then choose that spot, find your spot, and practice with this pretend page or group so that you can see what it looks like. Another thing, they've updated the apps, and they've got some new live features, and I did them on my page the other night, my group the other night, and there's some different things, like I'll show you when you're in the live app, like as it's going, there's a little looks like a magic wand or something up in the top left, and you can practice this when you're on your pretend page. So you can see they have filters now, so you can see what that looks different. And here's the black and white, which is kind of cool. Haven't used these yet. This is kind of weird. Now I will say with the filters, we're trying to do the Hulk, but we're trying to do real life what your colors look like. So you don't want to do something weird. I am going to talk about that in just a second. But so you could play around with that stuff while you're on a pretend live, you know what I mean? So you can kind of play with that. They also have like little filters you can do now, and you can do crazy stuff while you're on live, and that's good stuff right there. But anyway, but you want to get on and play with that stuff before you get on. Ooh, blackberry. I haven't seen that one. That's pretty. So you can kind of play around with some different filters and stuff, but I wouldn't recommend you getting on live and going, oh, what's all this? So play around with that first. Okay, so I'm going to stop that. I want to see comments if y'all have any questions. The app is updated a little bit. Okay, there's some. Anyway, so what I want you guys to do is create that pretend page, and group, and I want you to practice, okay? Now, to start a group, you know you have to have one person, which is you, and then one other person to add to start a group. So I would just add maybe your upline, the person that sponsored you, or see, I can see a shadow on my face and I don't like it because I get real picky about the lighting. Add somebody, and you can always take them out. So like my Facebook test group, there's no one in it but me. So I can get in there and act a fool. I can change stuff. I can delete it. I can just hop on for 5 minutes and see what it looks like in the lighting and stuff like that. You can also practice how you look and how you're saying stuff. A few of you have said that, because you're new to video, and that's totally fine. When you're, first of all, application videos are really hard because you are all up in their face and your teeth. So just practice that. So don't go live if you've never done that before and be, the camera being up your nose or, a weird angle and stuff like that. So just practice it, and practice regular video too. So you don't have to have a private group for that, but just practice some different videos, okay, before you post it or before you go live or anything like that. So lighting is important. You don't have to have anything fancy, but you do need to have some good lighting. You need to get as clear, clean as a background as you can. This is a fancy photographer background that my friend, sorry, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm still getting a group text right now. But that I bought for my friend who's a photographer. You don't have to have this. I also have this set up. This is kind of funny because none of you guys see this. I actually have this full background right here, but I also have a curtain. If you can see, I just have a curtain that actually closes in over this background. So if I don't want to use that one, then I've got a really clean spot back here. See? Yay! Totally different background now. But that's something I personally set up for that reason, because the really busy backgrounds can be distracting. So just some tips on that, so you can see how, especially if you're doing makeup stuff, you want the focus to be not on these. You want the focus to be on your makeup or whatever you're doing, and not a lot of stuff in the background. I had to go make sure my kids are being super quiet, because you can't help it if your kids are home and they're going to be noisy sometimes. You're going to do that. But if you can sneak away to a spot that there aren't any distractions like that, and just, like my son was sitting on the couch right outside this door at 5 minutes ago, and he's playing something online with somebody, playing Roblox or something, but he's loud, so he's playing really loud. And so I just said, can you please just maybe go somewhere for like 10 minutes? And he's like, fine. Now he's 9, so it's different, but just try to minimize distractions. If nap time for your kids is a great time to do it, then get on there and do that, okay? So those of you who are just now popping on, I want you to go back and you can watch this replay when we're done. And then you can also still add questions and stuff if you want in the comments, and then I can come back in a little bit. But I just wanted to hop on here and give you that tip. I have lots of video tips, but I kind of wanted to ask your questions because a lot of you guys are new. And so I don't want to overwhelm you with a lot of stuff. But my biggest tip is practice, 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 practice. Start a Facebook group that is private. Make it secret. So your settings for your lip sync groups and stuff should be public. And I actually had to change Julie's a while ago because she was asking why people couldn't share her stuff. So make sure it's a business. So make sure your stuff is set to public so that people can see your stuff, share your stuff, or whatever. They still have to ask to join, but at least people can find it in a search option and stuff like that. So, sorry, group text is blowing my phone up. I swear I put that on do not disturb. That's another tip. When you go live, you want the least amount of distractions. You want your phone charged, okay? This sounds silly. My phone is literally plugged in right now because it was low and I didn't want it messing up. So have a phone charger. I totally want to go and change my settings. I don't know why I'm getting those texts. But have your phone on Do Not Disturb. So before I get on live, I will go to my settings and I will go Do Not Disturb and I will hit manual. This is iPhone. I don't know how to use your phones if you don't have an iPhone. But that way you're not getting a text, you're not getting a call. You know, you'll see people fiddling with stuff a lot and they're like, oh shoot, I just got a call. Hang on, let me try to get that off. Like right now I'm getting blown up by our neighborhood girls that all do lipstick and they're all looking for colors. So I'm like, oops. But always shut that off so that you're not distracted and not hearing the dings and stuff, because people, you know, like me having to stop and swipe those, you know, it's distracting. So anyway, there's some more tips. Know what you're gonna say before you get on there. Like when I'm teaching things, like on my fitness page and stuff, I have notes, like legit. Like I have notes in front of me and I do the craziest stuff sometimes, and I will like sometimes clip them to this little light umbrella stuff and just whatever I can do. Because if you're talking about points, if you're like me and you're like squirrel, you know, like I get distracted real easily, keep yourself on target by putting some notes out. So if you're new to video, if you're new to talking to people, make some notes. We all do it. Like it's part of it. Like it's like giving a speech. You got to have your notes or whatever. So just go prepared. Don't just, you know, one day be like, oh, I'm going to go live and just try. Just think about what you're going to say. Practice it in that private group. Make that group secret. And then just get better at it. You can go back and watch it. If you want, this is another tip, if you want to save that video to your camera roll, you have to hit that option. So when you're done, you have to go and say, forgot exactly, I just do it. It says HD upload on if you want to do it in HD, and then it says like, I don't know, something. I forgot what it says, but make sure that when you're finishing the post, the video, that you save that if you want to use that content for something else. And what I mean by that, for you that don't have other businesses, if you did a live video on showing how to put the lipstick on, you can save that to your camera roll. You can take that video later and you can cut it up into little clips. You can just edit those and you can put it like an iMovie or pick, play, post or something like that, and you can just do a fast little version of just you putting your lipstick on. So right there you've got 2 videos now and you've repurposed content for that. Okay, so just think about that. I always save my videos because I want to use them for other stuff. Okay, and then hit post if you want to, because it always looks different when you post it into the group, because Facebook lowers the resolution and totally jacks up our videos and our pictures and stuff. So make sure you hit post and then go back and kind of watch what it looks like, and you can tweak lighting and stuff like that. I even did that before I came on here. I had the lighting without this little umbrella, and then I had the ring light to see what that looked like, and then I turned, you know, just played around with it a little bit, and then that's how I can kind of see, you know, what I like. So anyway, all right, do you guys have any specific questions right now? I see who's joined, but I don't see any questions. Hang on, let me see. Swipe left. So you'll learn as you practice with this how to work Facebook Live, because you don't want to be all flustered and changing, like not knowing what you're doing, because it's new, it's fine. It's new to you. So you know, on your iPhone, you have to swipe a certain way to reveal comments and reactions. You can give, when you're watching videos, you can give people hearts and stuff like that. Like, try it right now. Please, somebody give me some hearts. Just hit the love button and let me just see if it works. My internet has been kind of bad anyway, so hopefully you guys are even still on here. And that looks like I'm really red. Anyway, so you got some ideas now. I want y'all to practice. That's my tip for getting better at video and getting better at seeing what you look like and what your background looks like and all that stuff. So create that private Facebook group and just name it what you want. Add one other person to it that you might want to practice with. So if you have a little, like a partner or somebody that you want to say, hey, let's make a group together and we can critique each other or make fun of each other or laugh or whatever, then you can add that person to your group and then you can just have a place to practice. I'm the only one in it because I like to just hop on there and see what things look like, and then I'll get out and delete it or whatever. Anyway, okay? You guys have an awesome night. I'm going to go, and I am starving. So I think I hear Janelle's little boy Weston outside the window. That's so funny. Okay, I was looking. Hey, Caroline. So you guys can watch the replay and then just ask me whatever questions you have in the comments. But practice, practice, practice. Practice makes, I hate saying perfect, but progress. We all are beginning somewhere. We all have to practice things to get better at them. Video is not natural for most people. I've messed up a ton on live video before I knew to practice it like this. I just kind of made this up one day. So I want y'all to do that, okay? That's my secret. I don't, tell everybody that. But you can get in there and try that out. All right, guys, I'm going to go eat, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Oh, yeah, make a challenge. I'm going to make a challenge for y'all. I want you to practice at least 2 to 3 videos a week. Practice them, and then I want y'all to start posting. The best interaction on Facebook is live video. I thought I was going to be gone, but I'm not. So when you hop on your news feed and you see notifications popping up, what are the first things you see? So-and-so was live. So-and-so is live. This page is live. That's the first thing you see. They are highly favoring live video. Facebook is. So if you have a like page, you got to be on live video or they're not going to see your stuff. That's just what it is. My page has over 20,000 people that have liked the page, but sometimes no one sees anything. It's like 400 people or something. It's ridiculous because they're favoring live video. Same thing with your groups or personal pages. They're going to put that stuff to the top of the feed. So if you want to be seen and if you want your group to have good interaction, you got to get on live video and you got to get good at it so you don't feel scared to get on there and all that. So, okay, so those are my tips. My challenge to you is to practice and let us know in the group, hey, I practiced live video. I sucked at it. I accidentally turned it off wrong, whatever. But it's so much better to do that privately than to do it when you're really for reals live, okay? All right, guys, so try that. Let me know how it goes. Ask me whatever questions you have in here, and then we will discuss. Okay, for real. You hit finish when you are done, so don't make it a big blubbering mess. You just kind of go, okay, so bye. Keep smiling because it's going to take a second to turn off. So you'll see people going to turn off their phone going, wait a minute, where that is? Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. Bye. Just kidding. Bye. Just be calm. Get your finger ready. Hit finish. Smile, say, okay, bye. See you guys later. Thanks for joining.